CTS88 is now sponsored by Warhammer Combat Cards, a card battle game featuring your favourite Citadel miniatures from the 40k universe. Build your army decks, dominate opponents in player versus player action, collect and upgrade cards to fit your strategy, improve their power and unlock unique traits. Choose from all 40k factions, take part in campaigns based on iconic 40k battles, rise to the top of the leaderboard and win glory. Free to download and play, link is in the video description below or on the channel homepage, and by using the unique link it helps support the channel. Thanks and enjoy the game. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2,000 points. Necrons versus Ultramarines. Mitch Farrington has returned with his Ultramarine force. The list has changed and they will be taking on the Necrons in this fight. Alright, so welcome to this 2,000 points game, Necrons versus Ultramarines. So it's my Necron army here, Tamim will take command of them, and we'll see how well we cope against, in the fluff it's a good combination, Necrons versus Ultramarines. These two sides hate each other, and we'll see how well both armies perform in this challenge game. So it's Battleforged Battalion and an Outrider detachment for the Necrons here. So 9 command points and then -1 for an extra relic being taken. It's 8 command points available for the Necrons. It is Mefrit Dynasty, so they get Solar Fury as a special rule. So within half range for Dynasty units, it's an extra AP -1 on their shooting. So it'll affect units like these Warriors. It won't affect things like the Triarch units. The Triarch Praetorians won't get that bonus. So for the 2 HQ choices then, for this battalion, I have 2 Cryptex in the army, Staff of Light on this one, and a Chronometron, so that will give +1 to the reanimation protocol rolls, so 4+ for infantry units nearby. There's also the Warlord, giving him Immortal Pride, which means he can deny psychic power, which will be irrelevant in this game because Minch doesn't have any psychers, and then also granting Ignore Morale for units nearby, just to help out these larger units of Necron infantry. Then the second Cryptek has the Veil of Darkness relic, so himself and another unit nearby are able to be removed from the battlefield and then deep strike onto the table over 9 inches away from enemy models. Staff of Light and the Cloak, where he's able to move around quicker around the board and able to restore D3 living metal wounds instead of the 1 for himself or units nearby. So not all units, just those with the living metal, so you can help repair the other Cryptek, or Tamim inside his Catacomb Command Barge, and indeed the Ghost Ark as well. Then for troops choices, with Chapter Approved 2019 saved a few points with the reductions, so able to bump up the Necron Warrior units from units of 15 to units of 20. 10 Immortals as well with Gore's Blasters. Then the third HQ is Tamim on a Catacomb Command Barge with Gore's Cannon and War Scythe for him. And the second relic being taken is the Lightning Field. Enemy units within an inch at the start of the fight phase on a 4+, they take a mortal wound, and it grants him a 4+ invuln save as well. There's a Ghost Ark in the list. 10 Triarch Praetorians with Particle Casters and Void Blades. 6 Necron Destroyers with Gore's Cannons. 2 units of 3 Necron Wraiths with no further upgrades. And then finally 6 Tomb Blades with Nebula Scopes, so they ignore cover when they shoot. And then they also have Shield Veins, so 3+ armor save for them. That is the list here for the Necrons. They have won a good number of their games. They've been performing well in the league, but a fresh challenge for them, and they'll have to face Guilliman in this fight as well. They faced James's Guilliman, but now Mitch has Guilliman in his list. Also, we'll take a look now and see what Mitch Farrington has for his Ultramarines. Alright, so 2,000 points of Ultramarines. Mitch was in a previous battle report here for Challenger Scorpion, but the list has changed now. Some units been dropped out and some new units being added in. Just to mention at this stage, the Patreons at gold level: Marcus Anthony, Paul Cook, Alex Stillwar, Nicholas Lucas, Noah Perkins and Andrew Swan as well. Thanks to them for their support at gold level. You can check out the end credits for those supporting at silver level, and thanks also to those supporting at bronze. And all the proceeds on the Striking Scorpion 82 Patreon page go to our local Wargames club, SSWG, and the funds are used to create projects like this. This is Club Terrain here. The guys have been working on this for Lord of the Rings, and we've incorporated it here for one of our battle reports. But there's new and exciting projects on the way, and the materials for that we're using the funds from the Patreon page, so your support is much appreciated. We'll let Mitch run through his lists now for his Ultramarines.
Right, this is my 2,000 points of Ultramarines. It's 2 battalions for 16 command points. So for HQs, we've got a captain with a power fist and a stormbolter, a Terminator captain with a relic blade and a stormbolter, and 2 lieutenants which both have close combat weapons and stormbolters. For troops, we've got 7 tactical squads. Each one has a sergeant with a stormbolter. These 3 have 6 men in each rather than 5. Super heavy auxiliary detachment is Reboot Guilliman. Then for elites, we've got 2 Honour Guard who have Power Axe and no other upgrades for him. There's 2 company veterans with power swords and storm shields. Having these 2 elites unlocks 2 relic slots. So first of all, we've got Relic Contemptor with twin assault cannon, and Relic Contemptor with a dreadnought close combat weapon and a conversion beam weapon. Heavy support, there's a Devastator squad with grav weapons, sergeant with a stormbolter again. That unlocks 1 relic slot to allow me to take the Leviathan with the twin storm cannon array and 3 hunter killer missiles.
Right, so that's Mitch's list. Elite, there is a lot of elite and nasty stuff in here. I learnt that in the previous game. Dreadnoughts quick around the board compared to other dreadnoughts, and their firepower blistering at times. We'll go on to scenario and deployment now for this battle. Right, just to mention the battle mat that we're using in this game, it's from GAMEMAT.EU. It rolls out nice and flat, one of the grassland battle mats they do. We then place our terrain on top, add some stones and scattering trees. We're also using one of their pre-painted terrain sets. So that's these rocky outcrops here. That's one of them there. That's one on the left-hand side, and the larger formations across the other side. Also, so check out GAMEMAT.EU for your supplies of battle mats and terrain. Right, so the scenario has been determined. It's from Chapter Approved 2018 this time. Strategic Gamble, it's mission number 3 from the Maelstrom of War missions. So 6 tactical objectives on the board. Hammer and Anvil is the deployment. Mitch has determined the map and chosen to go at this end. Necrons will be at this end here. Their deployment zone marked by this grey line of dice running across in this direction, 24 inches in, 24-inch no man's land, and then Mitch's deployment zone running along here marked by the red dice. Objectives on the board. Objective number 2 inside Necron deployment zone. Objective number 5 just outside their deployment zone, just in that ruin there. Objective number 1 just outside the Ultramarine deployment zone next to the Space Marine statue. Objective number 4 inside this ruin. Objective number 3 inside Mitch's deployment zone. And then finally objective number 6 in the middle of no man's land. So 2 objectives being held by the Ultramarines in their deployment zone. Necrons just the 1, but a pretty even spread of objectives across the board. So special rules for Strategic Gamble. Refined strategy before the battle begins. We'll remove 6 tactical objectives from our deck. First strike, slay the warlord, and linebreaker available in this mission. And then there is a special rule. You're drawing up to 3 tactical objectives per turn. You keep topping up until you reach 3. And then the other special rule is take a chance. So after the cards have been drawn, you have 3 cards available. You can choose to discard 2 and then generate a new tactical objective. If that tactical objective is fulfilled on that turn, the points are doubled. So that's what the whole mission is, a strategic gamble, a chance to pick up extra points if you take the risk of dumping 2 cards and drawing 1. That's the mission, quite straightforward, good spread of objectives across the table. We'll go on to deployment now. Necrons will deploy their force first entirely, then the Ultramarines. Necrons will go first unless the Ultramarines seize the initiative. We'll go on to deployment next. Alright, so deployment done. You can see a mass of chrome on this side here. Necrons have deployed, so 20 Necron warriors covers about 3/4 of the width of this table, so running all the way along. There's a second rank, second unit behind them, Necron Immortals. In there is the Cryptek, the Army Commander, Triarch Praetorians, Catacomb Command Barge of Tamron Ra, 2 units of Wraiths. Then at the back here, the Ghost Dark Tomb Blades, and then the Destroyers as well. So Necrons spreading all the way across the board here in this Hammer and Anvil game, but putting much of their weight on their right-hand flank. Then for the Ultramarines, mirroring the Necrons, the weight of their firepower and vehicles here, the Dreadnoughts on the right hand side. So all 3 Dreadnoughts here, Gilliman's there as well, and then his 2 bodyguards just there, squad here at the back, a lot of Marines in the middle, then the Devastators on top here, another squad of 5 and another squad of 5, or squad of 6 and a squad of 5 anchoring the objective number 4 here at the back. So that's deployment done. Do you want to seize the initiative here?
I do.
Okay, we'll see if the Ultramarines can seize the initiative. So
I'm guessing that's 1.
yeah, it's quite hard to distinguish. This is James's Ultramarine dice. Mitch, honoured to roll it here. What is that?
6.
That's a 6. Yo, okay. Initiative has been seized. I was looking forward to going first, but Ultramarines using the special Ultramarine dice, blessed by James himself, has resulted in a 6 being scored. Initiative's been seized. We've gone to the first turn. Necron's about to make a start, but they have had the initiative seized from them by Rabute Gilliman and his Ultramarines. Turn 1 coming up next for the Space Marines. Alright, so we're on turn 1. Mitch just finishing off his move. Cards that have been drawn. Secure objective number 4. That is the objective all the way over here, so easily done. Secure objective number 1. That's that objective across there, easily done. And then defend objective number 2. A little bit more difficult at this stage. That's over there in the Necron deployment zone. But straightforward cards here. Mitch keeping all 3 of these in play for now. So Necrons have declared prepared positions here just to give the whole army cover. It's movement then clustering onto this objective with this squad. This squad of 6 is pushed forwards and secured objective number 1. Lieutenant just behind them. Devastator squad has now gone to the edge of the rocky outcrop just to pour down some firepower into the advancing Necrons. This squad anchoring at the back. Other squads pushing through. These two.
Yep, Lieutenant, Captain.
Right, or Captain, the one with the power fist, yep. Okay, this Dreadnought holding it at the back, the others pushing forwards. Right, okay, if you move this Dreadnought, you can't fire the weapon. What's the range on that thing?
72.
No. So then, it's a good range on that, and then here, these squads pushing through, the bodyguard, Guilliman, just behind as well. If he gets stuck in amongst the Necrons, there will be trouble. So, exceptionally strong on the Ultramarines' right-hand flank. The Necrons will need to be careful. So, movement complete. No psychic phase. We'll go on to shooting now for the Ultramarines on turn 1. All right, so first bit of shooting here. Devastators have moved up. They're going to fire now. The units they can are in range of is range 24, so it's the front unit Necron Warriors. 16 shots. Looking for 4s because they have moved.
They are re-rolling from the Lieutenant and Captain, though.
Right, so 1's can be re-rolled here for shooting. Which I think is going to help out. Certainly has, yeah. 4 more hits have come through. Okay, so the 4s were hits there. And here come the wounds. Looks pretty good.
Reroll wounds from the grab amp.
Stratagem being used, yep.
Cool, so that's...
There's a load here, there's a lot. Okay. 9 saves to make.
3?
Yeah, it's AP -2, so we'll take 5+ save, 5+ invuln save. So 5's required. And we've not done too bad. We've blocked 5 of them. So 4 casualties taken, 4 Necron Warriors brought down. Right, so 2 tactical Marines, just coming from the other flank. A number of them out of range here.
Rerolling from Guilliman.
It's Guilliman helping out. 4's to wound.
Rerolling 1s from Guilliman. 2 wounds.
2 wounds come through. 3 up saves. Fouled both on 2 2s. Good shooting from the tactical Marines. We'll take 2 more from there. So 6 brought down out of 20 at this stage. Right, now the most hated man in 40k will shoot. That's Guilliman himself. Needing 2s.
2 hits.
And 2 wounds come through. Again, we'll take 5 up. Invuln saves 2 2s again. More Necron Warriors slump to the ground here. Okay, so 8 casualties in total. Mitch will keep the firepower coming here.
The tactical Marines are going to be out of range.
Okay.
Slightly too far back.
So Lieutenant firing here.
Captain. This is the Sergeant from this squad. Oh, there'll be 1 more tactical Marine as well. No.
Just both sides here, about 24-inch distances. There's some models out of range here.
2 wounds.
2 wounds come through. 3 up saves. Past those 2 on a 6 and 5.
And all of these tactical Marines are going to shoot.
Okay, going after the same target here.
Range, it's fine.
Range 24.
Plenty in.
Okay.
Just these 2 hits.
This is the captain just firing
2
first of
wounds.
all. 2 more wounds from him. Failed 1 more.
Right, there we go.
So 9
2
casualties taken.
Some bolters into the same unit.
Okay, this is these squads here firing through. They're all range 24. It's good firepower from the Space Marines here.
Rerolling 1s from the Lieutenant. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Okay. 3 ups. Past 3. Another 1 casualty course. So half the squad destroyed now. 10 casualties taken. The Dreadnought now on the far flank, just about in range, still going after this first squad. So it's going to be 12 shots now, isn't it? Because it's a double assault cannon.
He moved.
3's for hits.
Rerolls from Guilliman. 2 misses. Strength 7. Rerolling 1s from Guilliman. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at -2.
7 at -2. We'll take 5+ invuln saves. 6 more casualties taken on that front rank of Necron Warriors. So 16 casualties taken. The last 4 of them are just tucked in here. So Mitch is going to...
Conversion beamer. Hits. Strength 8.
Okay, we'll check. Is strength 8. Okay. So 5 up invuln save. Passed on a 6.
Ultramarines, 2 from the Stormbolter.
Yeah, okay, so just figuring out this here. 1, 2, 3 shots and 2 shots from these. They've moved, going against these 4 Necron warriors. So looking to wound now on 4s. 1 comes through.
Lieutenant. Nope.
Just the 1. 3 up. Passed on a 5.
Sergeant and the other 3 tacticals, right?
Yeah, so these 3 are going to fire at the second rank of Necron warriors. They can be seen and in range. And...
Lieutenant.
2. 3 ups. 2 6s. Passed with them. Okay. So it's horrific damage. 16 Necron warriors brought down, but still 4 remain at this stage. Okay, so ton of dice, 20 dice here. Are you going to fire the Hunter Killers this turn? Just it's the Leviathan Dreadnought here, just Mitch weighing up.
I don't really think for me to shoot them at, other than unless I shoot Wraiths as well.
Oh, you could do.
Try something like that.
He's a character.
It's hard.
Right, so that thing you saw on the screen, that was Finn. That's Mitch's friend who's come along for moral support and to spectate the battle. So this is the Leviathan Dreadnought here. Not going to fire the Hunter Killer missiles.
You've got 3 up invulnerable saves, haven't you?
Yes, Mitch toying up whether to shoot at the Wraiths or not.
Can I actually see these?
Oh, probably. Right, she's not going to fire Hunter Killer missiles, just going to be 20 shots coming from the main weapon. What's it called again? Keep forgetting.
Storm Cannon Array.
Storm Cannon Array. It'll be etched onto my mind, no doubt, by the end of this battle here.
1 miss.
That's all of those.
Priest to wound?
Priest to wound, yeah, toughness 5 here for the Wraiths. And the 1's going to be re-rolled for the Lieutenant.
Forget one, that was a...
That was a rollover dice, that's fine. So those can be removed. That's a lot. We could see the end of the Wraiths here. We'll take a 3+ invuln save. Damage is 2. I think the Wraiths are in trouble. There's 1 dead Wraith. There is another dead Wraith. And there is another dead Wraith. And even the reroll will still die. The Wraiths are gone in 1 volley from the Leviathan Dreadnought. Right, so shooting phase finished. Doesn't look like there's going to be any charges here. We'll auto pass morale here for the Cryptex Warlord traits. Those 16 Necron warriors potentially could come back next turn. But a good result here. A unit of Necron Wraiths has been entirely wiped out. That's quite a blow there for the Necron army. It's all about wiping out entire units here if these Necrons are to be beaten. But we'll end the turn here. Some initial firepower from the Ultramarines has been impressive. The Necrons will reassemble themselves here and begin their relentless advance. But it'll need to be a cautious advance here. You don't want to head too close towards Rebute Gilliman and his band of Dreadnoughts there over on that right-hand flank. We'll go on to turn 1 now for the Necrons as Taman Ra gives the orders to take the fight to the Ultramarine enemy. Right, so on turn 1 for the Necrons, about to reassemble some of the Necron warriors here, but just to recap Mitch's turn, he secured, there's 2 objectives achieved.
Yep,
secure this objective.
Secure objective 1.
Those 2 picked up, so those 2 cards are achieved, and then the other card's been dumped, so Mitch will be able to draw 3 fresh cards next turn. For the Necrons, we had secure objective number 2, which we'll pick up, that's that one just over there. Then we dumped 2 cards. That was Blood and Guts. Didn't think we'd get stuck into close combat this turn. And then defend objective number 3, which is one that's all the way over nicely inside the Ultramarine deployment zone. So we dumped those 2 and took a risk, took a gamble, and brought up mission critical objective. So the dice roll for that was a 1, which is this objective here. If we capture that, we can get double the points for it. D3 times 2, but it's quite unlikely we're going to reach that and accomplish that this turn. So we'll go on to movement now for the Necrons. We'll focus on destroying Ultramarines, I think, for now. All right, so movement for the Necrons here. There is perhaps a chance we can go after this objective. The Wraiths have advanced and may well be able to use a stratagem to get them to advance and charge. So rolled well for them. So they have gone 16 inches in total, so rolled a 4 for their advance as they head off in this direction. We restored 11 Necron warriors. There's actually more to be restored here. The Ghost Ark at the end of the movement phase can roll for the remaining 5. So needing 4 pluses. We'll add 4 more back onto this Necron unit here. So Mitch destroyed 16. 15 have got back up here in the movement phase. So I've just added those onto the front rank. That's the Ghost Arc helping the Necrons reanimate there at the end of the movement phase. So advance we've made here by the Praetorians are swinging around this direction. So too the Bikers, they made an advance move as well. Just hiding these here for now, waiting. Cryptex just here at the back. Ghost Arcs push forwards. Tamara a few inches as well. Necrons advancing or moving across here. No advance rolls made for the infantry. The damage squad repaired and restored models to around here, and then the second squad still snakes all the way along. But where they were here, they've fallen back into cover. Just to then, don't want to get too close to these advancing dreadnoughts and Guilliman heading towards them, and you can see the Wraiths have made their advance move. That's it for the Necrons here. In amongst the ruins, their numbers swelling again as the Necron warriors reassemble themselves and get back into the fight. We'll go now on to the shooting phase for the Necrons. On turn 1, the Pharaon's Will was played actually, so Tamara has blessed both units of Necron warriors, so they'll be on 2s for their hit rolls when they shoot. So we'll start with the Immortals. They're all range 24 of the Leviathan Dreadnought. See if we can chip off some wounds. So 3s for hits. Not bad. And then 5s for wounds here. Just 2. And it's at -2. It's 2 saves. This is Gore's Blasters firing here. And they have caused 2 wounds here. 6 is to ignore damage of that Dreadnought.
Not that one.
Not one. Okay, 2 wounds taken on the Leviathan. Next, Tamaral's going to fire into the same target. He moved, so he needs 3s. So 2 hits, 1 hit, sorry, and then 5s to wound. 0. Okay, so Tamaral's made no impact. All right, so next, Tomb Blades did advance. They're going to fire, going to try and whittle these down. At 18 shots, needing 4s. So I'll take away the ones that have missed. It'll be 3s to wound. So 6 saves. Ignoring cover, there's no cover there anyway. So 6 saves of 3+. No minus at all. So
1 die.
Just one casualty caused. Right, so next bit of firepower, it's the Necron Warrior Squad. There's 19 of them now that the models have been restored to play. Going to fire 4 of them at rapid fire into these. So 8 shots, and the other 15 are going to go against the Devastators up here. So these need 2s. They've been blessed by Tamara. So 3 misses. 4s to wound. The Marines, 2 wounds come through. AP -2 now from Efrit Dynasty. So
5 and a
5 and a 4. 1 more casualty taken. 15 shots upstairs now. Again, needing 2s. A lot of 1s being rolled. That's the hits that have come through. 4s to wound. Yeah, it's going to be 6 saves of 4+ at AP -1. So 4 pluses.
What is that? 6, 1, 2 die.
2 casualties. Right, next, Gore's Flare Arrays from the Ghost Arc. Going to go into the Devastators. So needing 3s. 4s. Yeah, 4 more saves of 4+. Passed all of them. Well done. Good dice rolling here, keeping the Marines alive. Right, next, the second unit of Necron Warriors. They're mostly across here. 11 of them are in range here, so we're going to do 11 shots against those, and then 9 shots into the tactical squad that's not in cover. So we'll fire at the one that's not in cover first of all. 9 shots, again needing 2s, because that was the second unit blessed by Tamara. 4s to wound. 4 saves of 4+ here.
It's against the tacticals.
Yes.
3 die.
3 casualties, just down in there. All right, 11 shots now against the Devastators. They've all hit this time, need 2s. And then we need 4s to wound. It's pretty good now. 7 saves required of 4+.
Against the Devastators?
Yeah, this is against the Devastators.
1 dice.
Oh, AP -1.
Oh, okay, in which case 3 die. There's only 3 left.
Okay, they're gone. Okay, so shooting phase, that's it, actually finished now for the Necrons. Not too bad, whittling down the Marines, so a decent exchange of firepower taking place here. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch. The Wraiths will try and charge down here. Distance now has increased because of the casualties that have been caused, but just try and anticipate if there's a full squad of 6, I think the Wraiths would have struggled to wipe them out. I need to get the wipeout here in order to achieve this objective. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. Okay, charges have taken place. Paid the command points for the ability to charge after advancing its adaptive subroutines. Had to command reroll the charge as well to make sure they got in, rolled a 7, but then rolled a 10. So they have made it into close combat. No damage on Overwatch. So we're going on to assaults now. 3 attacks each. I don't think we're going to bring these Marines down, not be able to accomplish this card this turn. But we'll see what we roll. In 3s, not too bad. 2 have failed. 3s to wound. Yeah, we'll do this if Mitch fails all of his saves. 4 saves of 5+. Oh, he's passed 1. 1 model survives. And that denies us from getting 2 D3, or D3 times 2 victory points. Unless morale is a bit of an issue, but shouldn't be here for this squad.
2 consecutive 6s.
Right, okay. Very unlikely.
3 attacks, right?
Yeah, so, yeah.
Base, 1 for having a close combat weapon.
And 1 for being
1
charged.
For attack.
Yep.
4 attacks back.
So in 3s, and then 5 wounds.
2 wounds.
3 up saves. Failed 1. Okay, a wound taken on one of the Wraiths. That's it. Mitch still controls this objective. Mitch, make his morale test.
Failed. He's fine.
Oh, just about. Okay, leadership 9 here because it's Ultramarines. So 5s would failed once, but then re-rolled 4, and they show no fear. And that Marine has held his ground vitally. What would we have scored? Just need to find out what it would have been. It would have been 6 victory points picked up if we had have wiped out that lone Marine. God, that were close. Very, very close here for the Necrons, but not quite enough. Objective 1 is still under Ultramarine control. Right, so the turn is finished now. Cards traded in. This card's been traded in, so secure objective number 2 is picked up. That mission critical objective now just turns into a regular objective card, so we'll not get the double for that. We are now ready to go on to another turn. We will not dump any cards. We'll keep that card in play and draw 2 fresh cards next turn. So, end of turn 1. Quite eventful here for the Necrons, not too bad. Their firepower's been okay, whittling down some of the Marines. Devastator squad gone, so Necrons giving a good account of themselves so far. We'll hand over to the Ultramarines now. We'll go on to their second turn, see what cards come up for them as they continue to take the fight to the Necron Legion. So moving for the Ultramarines here on turn 2. This squad's come off the objective and headed up in this direction. So too the lieutenant just here. This sergeant's locked in close combat here against the Necron Wraiths. They lapped around and have pinned him in close combat. Tactical Marines pushing forwards here. We'll cover the cards for you in just a moment. This squad's advanced, pushing forwards. Dreadnoughts on the move, but Tactical Doctrine has been enabled here so it can move and still shoot as if stationary with this weapon. This squad pushing forwards, Gilliman pushing up. These 2 dreadnoughts on the move, not advancing, able to lay down a blanket of firepower as they move ahead. Defend objective number 3. Some good cards come up. That's that objective just there. Area denial, which is the centre of the board. Again, at least 1 point can be picked up for that, possibly more. And then overwhelming firepower as well, destroy something in the shooting phase. So decent cards drawn this turn for the Ultramarines. We'll go on to their firepower next.
And then there's 5 others, which gives me 10 more, so 6.
10. A lot of shots here. Right, so now it's Tactical Doctrine. Units that have moved count as being stationary, and it's AP -1 as well, so Necrons may well suffer a bit more this turn. So this is the squad right over there on the road. Tactical
Not
squad
minus a hit,
firing
are you,
through.
or anything?
No minuses, no. So force to wind.
Rerolls ones.
It's pretty impressive.
4, 5, 6 wounds.
6 wounds caused.
7, 8. 4s, isn't it? Sorry.
Yes. 8 saves to make in cover, so it goes to 4+. We pass 5, so 2 casualties taken.
6 shots.
Yeah, here comes Gilliman. And you have a hit.
Rerolls ones. Or wound.
A wound.
Minus 2 AP.
That's 6 of them. 5+ invuln saves. We pass 2. 4 more casualties caused here on the Necron Warriors. 12 shots now. It's coming from this squad here. 5-man squad with a Stormbolter as well.
To the unit I've just been shooting.
Going to the unit of Necron Warriors that's stretched along there. Already taken 6 casualties.
Reroll ones. Oh, are they? No, they're miles out.
Not with range of Gilliman's, just rerolling ones.
That's 6.
And forced to wind.
Reroll ones. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 more saves at -1, so 4 pluses. Save 4 out of 5. So another 1 casualty caused here. 7 in total. It's the grinding process beginning here again. 7 casualties caused.
Rerolling ones from captain. 2 hits. Rerolling ones from himself. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. This is from the lieutenant. Foul both of those. 2 more Necrons brought down. Captain's just caused 2 wounds. Past 1. Another casualty caused. So that's 10 in total. Now, there's a squad of 2 round there, so that's going to be 6 shots going into the same squad in 3s. Rerolling. And then forced to wind.
Rerolling ones. 1, 2 wounds.
2 wounds. 1 save. Another casualty here. 14 shots. That's from the 6-man squad here, including the Stormbolter. Going into the same unit, 9 Necron Warriors to try and bring down. Mitch looking for the wipeout here. I think it's possible. Still got the Dreadnoughts to fire here.
Do you want to get to reroll ones?
So
That was not great.
Free hit, isn't it? Space Marines.
forced to wound.
So he's playing Imperial Guard. Rerolling ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 more saves. 4 pluses required. 2 more casualties. Okay. Some elements of this squad going to fire now into the remaining 7. Just in range. The others out of range are going to fire at the Tyrant Praetorians instead.
Rerolling ones. 2 wounds.
Yeah, because there's a lieutenant just there.
Yeah.
So 2 wounds here. AP -1. 4 pluses. 1. Okay, so 1 more. Necron Warrior brought down. There's now 6 of them left here. And then the Marines at the back, 6 shots at the Tyrant Praetorians.
8 shots.
8 shots.
A lieutenant, so
Okay, so the lieutenant's already fired.
5 hits, and then rerolling ones.
5s to wound. Yeah, toughness 5.
2 wounds.
2 wounds come through. 2 ups saving cover -1. So 3 ups. No, you've slain one of them.
Can they get back up?
They certainly can, yes. Okay, so 1 casualty caused down the Tyrant Praetorians. Right, so now the conversion beamer Dreadnought here. It's going to fire at the
6.
squad. No wound.
Oh, he's probably 9 inches from the ground, right?
So 1 being rolled. Command reroll then. You want to try and make this go through.
Burn through one of my consoles, haven't
Okay.
used any, so.
Here it comes.
Wounds.
It goes through. So we've got to try and block this on a 5+ invuln. No. Well, command.
I think I've still got this to go.
Still got a lot of stuff to go, yeah. We'll try and make it as difficult as possible for you. Command reroll. Yeah, we'll give it a go. Command reroll. It is a 5 scored, so we'll deduct a point off. We've got 2 left. So the invuln saves blocked that from coming through. The damage would have been 2d6 hits if that had have made it through. Right, so this is the assault cannon set from the Dreadnought. Going to try and finish off the Necron Warriors here. So 2s for hits. You get 2s, don't you? Because it's tactical doctrine. Yeah.
That was a good roll.
Strength 7.
Toughness 4. 3s to wound and rerolling 1s for Gilliman.
So 1, 2, 3.
And it might be enough to wipe them out here.
7.
And the AP minus
1.
4 pluses. Yes, they're still alive. There's 4 casualties caused, so 2 Necron warriors remain. So two Necron warriors left. It's the 2. What are they? Bodyguard.
On guard.
Honor guard. They got bolters.
Yeah.
3 hits have been scored in total, and 2 wounds. It's going to be enough here.
Rerolling one's the wound as well. 3 wounds.
3 wounds. This could be it. 4 pluses. I think that's a completely cocked dice. See what Mitch thinks of that one. Or you could just say it's a 6 or a 5.
Reroll.
Here it comes. Fair's fair. Got a 6. Okay, so one Necron warrior lives. Okay, it's been decided. 1 storm cannon array into the lone Necron warrior to hose him down. The other storm cannon array into the immortals, and 3 hunter killer missiles into them as well. So this is
the storm cannon into the lone warrior.
the lone warrior. Beam 2s. Rerolling. 9 hits. 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds.
I will.
7 wounds.
I think
Seven,
this will be the best roll in history.
5. What's the AP minus?
1.
-1. 4 up. We'll roll these one at a time, so it makes it painful for everybody. 4 plus. And the other results were, yeah, he's gone. Okay, Necron warrior gone. So that's that unit destroyed. No reanimation protocols. That's quite a blow for the Necrons. So this is the other 10 shots from the array going in against the immortals.
It's 10, isn't it? It's 9.
And then it'll be 3s to wound.
8 wounds.
8 wounds. AP -1. So we will get a 3 up armor save. For cover, we do lose 3 casualties caused.
3 hunter killers. That's completely cocked. There we go. 3 hits. 2s.
2s to wound, yeah.
3 wounds. AP -3. 2. AP -2.
So we'll take 4 up saves. Found another 2. So 5 casualties in total. Okay, so that's the casualties there on the Immortals. 5 casualties in total. Any other firepower?
No, that's my whole return.
Okay.
Firepower.
So firepower is complete. It's been pretty impressive here. Necrons dropping here, and one of the units to never return in this fight. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. All right, so charges taking place. Pretty good result here. 1 casualty caused from Overwatch, but these 4 Marines have made it into combat. That'll silence the whole Necron line here for its firepower. So 1 unit deleted, 1 unit silenced. Very good result here for the Ultramarines. And then across here, Tactical Squad and the Lieutenant have charged in against the Wraiths to try and keep them off of this objective. That's charges done. We'll get combats resolved next. All right, so Mitch is going to fight here first. They've charged in, piling moves been made. It's actually tapped into the Immortals as well to bring further disruption to the Necron battle line. So, where are you going to place your attacks?
So he can't attack those, right? But he can still attack here.
Yes.
Yeah, in which case I will just pile everything into these warriors.
Okay, so that's going to be...
4 Sergeant, 2 base, close combat weapon, shock assault.
And 2 each for the other guys.
2 for the Marine, 2 for the Marine.
Okay. 3s to hit here. No kind of rerolls available. And then it's going to be 4s to wound.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. And so 3 casualties caused here. I found 3 armor saves, so I've taken models from here. I can't move models when Mitch will pile in or consolidate into them anyway, so there's nothing I can do about that situation. Next charging unit is across here against the Wraiths.
So we got 1 sergeant who's got 2 base, 1 chainsword, shock assault. The sergeant who's already in, might as well do that now. So
Yeah.
2 base, close combat weapon.
Yes, he could be lumped in because he'll get to fight first before the Wraiths here.
4 Marines.
So here comes the attacks. There's a good number of attacks. Okay, so now we're looking for 5s to wound. That's pretty good.
Roll 1s.
That's helpful.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
3 up saves. Another wound caused. Not quite enough to bring a Wraith down, but another wound. And now the Lieutenant can fight with his attacks. Charging in.
Let's see, 3 base.
Then 1 for charging.
+1 for charging, +1 for close combat weapon.
5 attacks, needing 2s. And then he'll need 5s to wound. Rerolling 1s.
1.
1. So I've rolled up here. Save has passed on a 4. So that's all the damage done. So we can fight back now. Necron Warriors, Necron Immortals, Wraiths, all to fight back for the Necrons. So I'll fight the Wraiths next. I'm going to put all the attacks into that Lieutenant to try and bring him down. So 3s for hits. 3s for wounds. Yeah, 4 saves up AP -2.
2 save, 2 wounds.
Yeah, 2 damage. So that could be him
Oh, is it 2
gone.
time?
Yes, it is 2 damage
okay,
here.
He's probably dead.
Right, his Lieutenant's going to go. Mitch not going to do the reroll here. For that armor save. All right, so Lieutenant gone. Just too many troops here to try and deal with for the Wraiths, but they've picked that character out. And then we'll do our attacks here with the Necron Warriors and Immortals next. So Immortals, I piled them in. 5 of them to attack needing 3s, and then needing 4s to wound the Marines. None on triple 1 and a 2. And then now we're piling the Necron Warriors next. Right, so 11 attacks in total for these, for ones that have been able to make it in. 2s, all of them. That's because they've been blessed by Tyranids. 4s for wounds. We're not going to get the wipeout here, I don't think. It's going to be 5 saves of 3+. So it'd be a disastrous roll here if close. One remains alive. All right, so combat's resolved. Consolidation move made here. I've pushed some models forward just to try and deny this area denial tactical objective from being achieved. Mitch has removed these models here, but still, vitally, this model here is still within an inch of both of these squads, the Immortals and the Necron Warriors. So both are still tapped out. There's nothing I can do about it. So that's silenced the gun line for now, at least for the Necrons. So that is it. We've attacked back here and here. Lieutenant slain. Wraiths still hanging in there. Vitally, the Immortals and the Warriors tapped out and unable to shoot next turn. So we'll go on to the next turn here. We'll morale to resolve first of all, and then cards to trade in. Okay, so morale resolved across the board here. Mitch needed to roll anything less than a 6, got a 6, and then rolled a 5. So just about passing morale there with that lone Marine. It's because it's Ultramarines +1 to morale, managed to pass. Cards traded in. Area denial has been denied, and it's now been discarded by Mitch. So just overwhelming firepower achieved. Now 3 points picked up in total so far. 1 point this turn. And then at the end of Necron turn 2, defend objective number 3 will be achieved if the Necrons are unable to remove that unit from that position. So end of turn here. A good result again for the Ultramarines. Necrons still very much in the fight. Plenty of resources available from them, but they must strike back hard here against the Ultramarines and cause as much trouble as possible. We'll go on to turn 2 for the Necrons next. All right, so movement complete for the Necrons here on their turn 2. Still very early stages of the game, but a lot has taken place already. Cards then. Mission critical objective is still active here. That's going after this objective just here, objective number 1. Then cards drawn. Assassinate, so destroy a character if we can. I think it's going to be difficult this turn. And then Endless Legions, so resurrecting models back to play. That should actually be on a 9 here in total. Once we reach 10, then we pick up a victory point for that. So, failed to resurrect one of the Triarch Praetorians. They've since jumped across 10, poised to charge into close combat here against the Marines with the Wraiths. Thieves have gone across about 12 inches here with the Bikers ready to shoot across in this direction. The Ghost Ark has moved. Right, then across here, we fell back with the Immortals, resurrected 4 of them and fell back. With the Warriors, we left them where they were. Then the Cryptek with the Veil of Darkness moved across. At the end of the movement phase, after all reanimation protocols were made, we removed that unit from the battlefield. So it wasn't a fullback move, but they've been removed from play. And then also the Bearer of the Veil of Darkness removed, and they've actually turned up at the back here with an ambush, and we reckon they will be able to shoot because they've been removed from play and technically haven't fallen back from close combat. They've moved out 10 inches here with the destroyers. Tyranids has fallen back to here, so that is movement done for the Necrons. Just readdressing the ranks here, giving ground just to stay away from the Ultramarines for now at least. We'll go on to shooting phase for the Necrons next on turn 2. Okay, so shooting phase for the Necrons will start with the destroyers. So we've played Extermination Protocols. They've been blessed by Tamara as well, because they're an infantry unit, so we can grant that to them. So 2s for hits here against the Leviathan Dreadnought. That's what we're going after. My reroll 1s. So 1's missed. Then we get to reroll wounds. 5s to wounds, strength 6, toughness 7. 5s for wounds. Mitch has since played your card, Duty Eternal. Yeah. It's abysmal, but vitally we get a reroll. And that is an improvement. I don't think we're going to bring this Dreadnought down here. So AP -3, Mitch can make 8 4+ invuln saves here. That D3 damage will be halved here as well, rounding up because of the card. So 3 I've got through. 3d3, but that'll be halved. But the best we'll get is a 2 for damage. Yeah, a lot of command points left, so Mitch is going to reroll one of these. Gets the 4, well done. Okay, it's 2d3. 2 1s, halved rounding up, so it's just going to be 2 wounds caused down to 10 on the Leviathan Dreadnought. That thing is solid as a rock. Tamara next, he'll fire his. He moved, needed 3s. Triple 1. Oh, it happens sometimes, just at the wrong point in the game, though. So that's that flank concluded. We'll move over to firepower over here. Right, so firing across here, rapid fight. We did take 1 casualty. Mitch used all-spec scan, trying to cause a bit more damage, just 1 Necron warrior brought down. So 17 shots times 2 for rapid fire. These haven't been blessed by Tamara, so they're just on 3s for hits, as per usual. Now, anyone who knows Necrons, you can leave it in the comments section if we've done this right in regard to the Veil of Darkness, but I think that's what you can do. Pull a unit out of combat, and it doesn't count as having fallen back. That's the hits. So we're looking for 4s to wound. So a total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here. And this will be -2. 11. 11 saves in total of 5+. It's close, but it looks like they're gone.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even if I command point, I still can't live.
Squad gone. It denies that defend objective number 3, but it might be an objective that can be achieved on another turn, but Necrons have wiped out that squad. Right, next bit of firepower. It's this squad here of bikers. They're going to go into the 6-man squad, tactical squad, so needing 3s for hits. And then it will be 3s for wounds at strength 6. We know minus on the AP here, but they will ignore cover with their nebula scopes. So there's a lot of made it through here. 13 saves of 3+ on this squad. So 13 saves of 3+. Yeah. Oh, no, that squad's gone. Lots of 1s and 2s being rolled. So a 6-man squad's been wiped out here. That's the Tomb Blades with their firepower from their particle beamers. So there's a 2-man squad just tucked around there. They can be seen by the Ghost Arc. We'll offload into them with the Gauls Flayer arrays, needing 3s. And then needing 4s to wound here. 4 saves at -1, so 4 saves of 3+, which is in cover with this 2-man squad. So they're gone. 2 failed saves there, so that squad's gone as well.
Yeah.
Right, so shooting phase is complete now for the Necrons. Not too bad. They've picked on the Ultramarine infantry and caused trouble. We're going to charges and Overwatch next. Triumph Praetorians about to get stuck in. We'll roll up some charges for them. Okay, so charges taken place. Triumph Praetorians have jumped in, rolled a 10 for their charge. We'll go on to their combat resolution now. So I'm going to put 8 of the attacks. We'll go into the 5-man squad, and one of them that's jumped in there is going to try and take out the sergeant. So that's going to be all of these. We've got 1 command point left. We're going to save it for another turn. We'll roll up our attacks here, needing 3s. There's a lot of missed here. But there is still a good few that have come through. 3s to wound at strength 5. So Mitch needs to make 7 saves of 6+. They're AP -3 with their Void Blades. 7 saves of 6 up. Oh! 4. One remains alive. Well done. So one survives. The last 4 attacks going in against that sergeant, they've all hit. 3's to wound him. He's been wounded 4 times. 4 6s required to keep him alive.
Which sergeant?
This is the sergeant.
From the previous
original, yeah, from the original squad. No, he's gone. It's just 1 Marine left. The Wraiths will then turn on the remaining Marine. So, can the Wraiths take out this lone Marine? They'll fight now in 3s. That's awful. Utterly terrible. 3's to wound. 2 make it through. 2 5-ups. Got to command reroll that one to keep him alive. No.
Do it.
You've got loads of command points left. A 5+. Because you're a troop.
He's going to get tri points.
Yeah, Mitch is gonna command reroll this one just to try and deny the Necrons this objective. I know what dice he's going to use. He's picked up James's blessed blue dice.
Who's asked James for a battle cry? No.
No, failed. James's battle cry hasn't helped. The lone Marine gone. All right, Necrons have cleared this area now and have claimed this objective. All right, and I'm going to confiscate this dice here from the Ultramarines. Okay, so combat finished. Not going to consolidate the race. We'll leave them exactly where they are. Happy enough with where they are for now. Turn finished. Necrons in like a crescent here. Formation at this stage of their army. Ultramarines now concentrated in this area. A lot of infantry have been slain at this turn and indeed throughout the game, but plenty of heavy firepower and Guilliman's still alive. We'll calculate points. Some points picked up now for the Necrons at the end of the turn. Right, so end of turn. Endless Legions 9. Just need 1 more to reanimate and then we fulfill that one. Didn't kill a character, I don't think, this turn. No. Mission critical objective, yes. Objective number 1. So we'll pick up 3 D3 victory points for that one. It is 2 points picked up for that objective just there. So that one's complete. And we'll keep... Yeah, we'll think about whether to dump Assassinate here. Yeah, I'm going to dump Assassinate. It's tough enough, so we'll get rid of that one at the end of the turn and then potentially draw 2 cards next turn. So, end of turn here for the Necrons. Bit of a bounce back from them. They're causing damage here against the Ultramarines, but Mitch not out of the fight yet. We'll go on to their turn 3, approaching the middle stage of the game. All right, so moving for the Ultramarines here on turn 3. Both Dreadnoughts pushing forwards. These 2-man squads here as well. So one's company veterans, and the other squad is the Honour Guard. Yep. Gilliman moving forwards, but not advancing.
No.
No, so he's able to shoot.
No, he did 4.
Rolled a 4. Okay, so he's gone forward. He's reached to here. Tactical squad's pushing through. This Dreadnought moving up. Again, it's tactical doctrine, so he's able to shoot no problem. So that's movement done. Ultramarines still concentrating in the centre here to try and deny multiple objectives to the Necrons. And then cards that are in play at the moment. Mitch dumped 2 cards and drew another one for take a gamble or risk here. It's a proof of doctrine, this one. That's destroying enemy units. Any result that he gets, if he's able to achieve it, is doubled. And then secure objective number 3, which is... It's over there, right, it's this one over on the flank. So the focus for the Ultramarines here is to destroy as many Necron units as possible. We'll go on to their shooting phase next. Okay, so conversion beamers is going to fire first. Going into the Immortals, there's 9 of them left.
He's going to be strength 8. So that's fine.
There comes the shot.
Hits.
Yes, because you moved, but it's tactical doctrine.
Wound.
There's the wound. 5+ invuln save required yet again. We've passed it twice in a row. Here it comes. Ah, it's the 1. So, fouled there. We'll see what happens now. Mitch gets to show us how this weapon works.
4 extra. I'll spend a command point
To reroll that one, sure. Comes a 5, 8.
8, strength 6 hits.
Okay, pretty good.
6, 7, 8.
So you just rolled to wound now, do you?
Yeah, it auto hits. Yeah.
Okay.
All of them. There's extra.
Right, okay. So you've destroyed one model.
Yeah.
Then that is the extra hits that come through once the model's been slain.
Extra wounds from that. They all wounded.
Okay. What was the minus on that original shot?
-3.
Okay. It's 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, 5 up. It's the same. Invuln save, that's fine. Yep. So that's, oh, yeah, rolled a 1 anyway. Okay. So that's the wounds that have come through now. And what's the AP minus on these?
Nothing.
Ah, right. So we make 2 up armour saves then for being in cover, which we pass all of them.
1.
Oh, there's one. Sorry, I missed that one. Okay, so he'll disappear.
I forgot you was in.
2 casualties taken. Yeah, it's Immortals here. 3 up save and then cover. So 2 casualties in total. Strange weapon, that one, but that's the damage from that so far. All right, you can hear Mitch counting up to 20 here. That is 20 shots going to come in from the Leviathan Dreadnought. All the Hunter missiles have been used up. So 20 shots going to go into the destroyers. Has to be done. Here it comes. It's on 2s to hit. Mm-hmm. Okay. And rerolling 1s for Gilliman.
They all hit.
They've hit. Very good. As per usual here from this deadly beast. And now...
Strength 7.
3s to wound.
Rerolling 1s.
Because of Gilliman again. And there's loads. There's a heap of saves to make here.
3 fail. 17 armor saves at -1.
Okay, so it's -2. Just double checked here. So it's going to be 5 pluses. And what's the damage?
2. Flat 2.
Trouble potentially here. 5 pluses then to block. Well, bit of calculating to do here. I've got a feeling it's going to be 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead, 5 dead. I think 1 could...
6 in the unit, right?
Yeah.
1's on 1 wound.
1's on 1 wound left. Ah, man, I've got to come on reroll this one to try and keep 1 on full health. Here it comes. No, all my command points are gone. And 1 destroyer left. That thing is a beast. It shouldn't even be allowed in games of 40k. That's firepower. Deadly, yet again. All right, Contempted Dreadnought's going to try and finish off. Just 1 wound required.
Contemplating firing 1 at it and then 1 at this. But, can I borrow the tape?
No, Mitch is going to leave the Dreadnought for now. I might use it for something else. So Captain's going to go after him. Needing 2s. And needing 5s.
5s. 3 wounds.
3 5s. Okay. At -1.
Yeah.
4 ups. I think we're going to go. We're gone. Dead. There's a very, very, very good result here. Necron Destroyer's gone. Just as I thought the Necrons were starting to edge ahead, they've lost one of their most valuable units. Lieutenant and a load of Tactical Marines now going to fire into the Immortals. A good lot of shots here. Tactical Doctrine in play. There'll be -1 here. To our saves. These are all the rerolls because of Gilliman in amongst them.
That was terrible.
So these are the rerolls. 3s for hits. That's a superb recovery. Very, very good. And then 4s to wind. And rerolling 1s for Gilliman.
No 1s.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds.
6 wounds. 3 ups. 3 dead Immortals. Okay, Dreadnought to shoot. The last unit to fire here. 12 shots to hose down 4 Necron Immortals. There's a chance you could do this. 2s to hit here. They've all hit. It's going to be 3s to wound.
Reroll 1s as well.
And it's just going to be tight here.
Toughness.
Toughness 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 saves. 7 saves. Just don't roll disastrously. We've lost 2 more, but 5 have survived. So 1 and 2. So 2 more. That's 7 casualties. 2 remain, and I think that's the end of the shooting phase here for the Ultramarines. Charges and Overwatch.
I'm out of range.
Out of range yet, because these units are advanced. End of turn. Cards to trade in. Morale's going to be auto passed down here because the Crypt Tech is nearby. Yeah, so 1 unit wiped out, so 1 point picked up. But that's doubled because it's the special rules for the mission. So 2 points picked up for that objective just across there. Points trickling in for both sides. Not a vast amount of points being picked up. Both armies picking up points here. But when you're not scoring many points, every point counts here. So 2 more points picked up by the Ultramarines. We'll go on to turn 3 now for the Necrons. They're definitely not out of the fight. We'll see what they decide to do. Close combat potential here, but do we charge in to the Gilliman's Wasp's Nest? We'll have to see. We'll go on to turn 3 for the Necrons next. Right, so turn 3 for the Necrons here. Cards drawn. Endless Legions, that'll be complete with since resurrected more models. Hold the line, so pulling 3 units back into my deployment zone. Then defend objective number 1. Necrons mounting a defense now of this objective. So resurrecting more Necron Immortals. There's now 7 of them in play, and they've pulled back here. The Cryptek and Tamara have pulled back as well. Ghost Arks backed out. Also, just trying to keep a healthy distance away from the Ultramarine units, especially Guilliman. Shifting slightly across here with a view through to the infantry, and then backing off and lining up here with these 2 units as well. Triarch Praetorians did restore one of their numbers, they're back up to a full squad of 10. And then here, Necron Warriors restoring 2 to their number, and they've moved through 5 inches in this direction. And so too has the Cryptek. That's movement done for the Necrons, still maintaining this sort of flattened crescent sort of formation here. We'll go on to their firepower next. So Necron Immortals are going to fire. They've been blessed by Tamara in 2s, going against the big Dreadnought. So we'll hit except 1. Then 5s to wound. There's 1. It's -2. So a 4-up. Passed. Okay, Tamara will fire into that Dreadnought as well, needing 3s. 5s to wound. Yes, 2 wounds come through. This is -3 here and D3 damage. 1 does make it through. Command reroll.
D3 damage.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll command roll it.
Here comes the command reroll.
Yep.
Passed. Did you keep that on a 5+?
Ooh, yeah. No.
Okay. So 6, 7 command points left here for the Ultramarines. 10 shots from the Ghost Ark next. Firing against the 2-man company veteran squad.
Company veteran. No, honor guard. Sorry.
Honor guard. It's going against the honor guard, the ones that don't have the invuln save. Forced to wound. Just 2 wounds. Abysmal here from the Necrons. AP -1.
3 outstanding.
1's been picked off. Over to this side next. 19 Necron Warriors shooting. 2 of their number have been restored, so they're going to fire into that 6-man tactical squad. Need 3s. So I should re-roll this one because it was terribly cocked. It's still hit. And that's those hits coming through. 4s to wound. Mitch is in cover, so 2-up armor save for them, AP -1. So it's going to be those saves there. 8 saves of 3+. There we come.
2 go down.
Just found 2. 2 Marines brought down. Next, 18 shots of these. I'm going to put them into that same tactical squad. There's 4 of them left. 3s for hits.
Where's this from?
This is from these here. 3s to wound at strength 6. There's no minus here, but they will ignore cover. So 5 saves of 3+. And past all of them. Superb saving throws being made here by the Ultramarines. Alright, so that is shooting phase finished here. Not too much at all from the Necrons, so they certainly missed the destroyers here. Haven't even touched the dreadnoughts and just brought down a couple of Marines. No charges to take place. So points been picked up. Hold the line has been picked up here. So a point for that one. A point for Endless Legions, and if we hold this one, we'll get 2 points at the end of Mitch's turn 4. So end of turn here for the Necrons. No morale at all to resolve for either side. We'll go on to turn 4. The middle stage of the game continues here. Ultramarine turn 4 next. Okay, so movement complete here for the Ultramarines. We'll just cover their cards that have been drawn. So secure objective number 3 still in play. That's this objective around here. Secure objective number 2, that's this one, which has been secured by the Dreadnought. And supremacy, which is control any 3 objectives. Looks like the Ultramarines will be able to fulfill that. So all of a sudden, good number of points may well be able to be picked up, and the possibility here of clearing the Necrons off of objective number 1 as well. I'd forgotten about that model. Mitch had forgotten about him. It's the deep striking Terminator captain. He was in amongst the dead pile, but a moment of brilliance there. Mitch has remembered to bring him on, and he's turned up just over 9 inches away from the Necron line, just in time here as an assault is about to be mounted by these Necron elite units. Captains push forwards. Then this is that's the honor guard.
They've been mixed up somehow. That way around.
Just that way around. So that's the honor guard with 1 wound on him. That's the company veterans with the 3+ invuln save. Gilliman's push forwards. And he's on +1 to the charge. We may well see a charge take place here. 1 lieutenant and the Marines pushing through. 2 dreadnoughts on top of that objective. And this one's gone on to objective number 2. Looking a lot healthier now for the Ultramarines. Much of their infantry are gone, but they're elite and expensive units, and the units can kick out a lot of damage still in play. And a potential, finally, for some charges to take place, especially for Gilliman to get in amongst the Necron units. We'll go on to shooting phase now for the Ultramarines on turn 4. Okay, here we go. The Dreadnought here, the Leviathan's going to fire at these. Mitch about to hose down another one of my precious units. 3 rolling ones for the captain. Is anyone nearby?
No one maybe nearby.
Just double check our range here.
Everyone's got 12 for all Imperial units.
There you go, reroll ones available. So those are being rerolled. There's another one there.
19 hits.
As per usual. And it's going to be toughness 5, but strength 7.
Freeze. No rerolls of 1 on this though.
He's not a lieutenant, isn't he?
Oh, he is.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, I thought I moved him, but he'll stay there. That's fine. 3 ones then.
And those are all wounded. Nice.
17 wounds at -2 AP.
-2. 5 ups here, and it's 2 damage a time. So it looks like another unit's going to go. Yeah, it's gone. They're gone. They're dead. 2 damage a time. I've lost the bikers. So the beam's just fired from the Dreadnought here. It's caused a wound. Got to try and pass a 5+ invuln save to block this. It was a 6, but it rolled off the cornfield. It became a 2. So 1 model slain. Yep. 7.
Command point that just to get extra.
Okay, 7 hits. 10 hits.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Strength 6, so freeze to wound. Rerolling ones.
It's a strange weapon, but it's caused a lot of wounds, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so we'll re-roll these, or roll these, needing 3s. Yeah, we've lost 2 more. 2 more brought down. There's 4 left. So more firepower's taken place. The 2 captains have fired 2 saves required from the Triarch Praetorians and rolled Snake Eyes, so one of them brought down. Gilliman then fired 4 wounds, fouled all 4, and then it's 2 damage a time. Yeah, so brought down more of the Triarch Praetorians. There's 5 of them left out of 10. That's just been rolled up for shots coming through.
All of this infantry into here.
Into here, yeah. So we're down to 4 of the Immortals left.
This is the rerolls from the ones.
Okay, so those 2 could be removed, and then looking for wounds now. 4s for wounds. It's not bad.
1, 2,
It's good.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 saves required of 4 plus AP -1.
Oh, yeah.
4 ups.
3 die.
1 left. 1 survives. But it may well be picked off here. Mitch still has more firepower available. Okay, Dreadnought's going to split fire. 1 assault cannon into the Wraiths, 1 assault cannon into the Lone Immortal.
Lone Immortal.
Okay, here it comes.
No rerolls for this.
Oh, he's out on his own. 3s to wound. Yeah, they're all wounded.
Do you want to reroll that? Spit cogs.
Okay.
No. Okay. 4 wounds.
4. -1.
-1.
4 ups. 1 at a time for pain. No, don't need to. Ugh, horrific. Okay, squad wiped out. Very, very good result. Immortals now removed from play.
Shots onto the Wraiths.
Yeah, here come these shots.
All hit.
Necron's been cut down here. What a bounce back from the Ultramarines.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Toughest 5, yeah. 3 make it through.
No rerolls.
3 plus invuln saves. Passed all of those with the Wraiths. Right, so a little bit more firepower came from here against the Wraiths. 1 wound cause, we passed. 3 plus invuln save. That's all the shooting done. Charges and Overwatch next. If the Ultramarines smash these aside, Necrons are in serious trouble. Quite a turnaround we've seen. Well, not turnaround, both sides have locked horns here, but a breaking point potentially here in this game. The Necron Crescent is about to be shattered. We're going to charges and Overwatch next on turn 4 for the Ultramarines. Once again, Gilliman about to lead the way. We saw it in the previous game against the Tau, hacking down Tau units and slaying Commander Shadowsun. And now again, the tip of the spear, Gilliman himself, about to plunge fearlessly into the Necron close combat units. Right, charges have taken place. Good results here. Gilliman's made it into close combat, and these units here, the only one that didn't make it was the Terminator captain. So charging units here, we can't interrupt play, so Mitch can fight at leisure here with his units. Okay, so Honor Guard are going to fight first. They've made a pile of move. They're going to fight against the Wraiths. See if our invuln save can hold here. So 2s for hits, rerolling.
Oh, that was... Oh, yeah, it should have been 2s, but that's fine. They all hit.
All hit, yep.
Strength, power axe, +2, right?
+1.
+1, so strength 5.
Force to wound.
3 wounds.
Okay, 3+ invuln saves. Passed all of them. Okay, we hold with the Wraiths so far. Gilliman's going to fight next. He's putting all of his attacks into the Wraiths. Sword or fist?
Sword.
Here comes a sword. They've all hit.
Ooh.
So 6s you want are good here for mortal wounds.
Yeah. 1, 2, 6s.
1 cock dice.
Reroll 1s. Nope.
Okay.
That was 1, 2, 3. So 4 normal wounds and then 1
mortal wound. D3 mortal wounds make it through.
D3. He's only got 1 wound left, so he dies regardless. Oh, it's mortal wounds, so 3.
So he's dead and 1 rolls over. And then I've got 4 3+ invuln saves to make.
How many have I got left?
Okay, so remaining saves to make here. We've done it. We've moved the model, and the mortal wounds rolled over onto the next model. So now we're going to make some invuln saves here, 3+. I'll just roll them all up. We've passed them all.
Yeah.
We've held Gilliman with Wraiths. Captain's going to fight against the Praetorians next. That's a miss. Yeah, he's got a fist. Yeah. 3s to wound.
Rerolling 1s from Gilliman.
3.
AP -3.
Oh, no, we're toughness 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so 3. AP -3.
Yep.
6s. Block 2.
First
D3
one.
damage, yeah. Killed a model, and the next one was killed a model. 2 Praetorians brought down. Alright, so Praetorians moved across, piled in, and we'll fight against this Honor Guard unit here. So 3s for hits. 3s for wounds. Okay, 6 saves at AP -3 here. So 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, 5 ups.
They're dead.
Cut them down. Okay. So we'll fight next to the Wraiths against Gilliman. Both of these models have 3+ invuln saves. We may as well fight against the Primarch himself. We've hit him 6 times. Toughness 6. We've wounded him twice. We'll not bring him down, that's for sure. Invuln saves here required. Passed both. Okay. So Mitch now can pull out that card of fight again, whatever it's called. Honour the chapter. I said it simultaneously. Okay. And he shall fight again with the captain. Nope. Gilliman will fight next. Right. So sword again. All of them?
Sword, yeah.
Right, so it's all sword attacks. 4 going into the Wraiths, 3 going into the Praetorians.
The Wraiths.
Come on, Wraiths, survive. Oh, 111. He's got the hits now. Gilliman's benefiting from his own dastardly bubble. Toughness 5 on Wraiths. Get the 1. And it's...
I can't command point, can I?
Can't reroll. And I'm going to... I
No?
just know I'm going to get a 3+ invuln. Yes.
This was not a reroll, to be fair. But,
He's going to command reroll this one. And it's his last command point. He's caused... Oh, no, not the 6 with the sword. 5+3 gain. Just, I'm trying to remind you of that one. No, so all command points are gone. Finally, after Mitch's spending spree in this game. D3 mortal wounds on the Wraiths.
Oh.
It's a dancing dice. It's a 1. Okay, so 1 mortal wound that'll go on to there, and then a 3+ invuln save for the hit that comes through. Fouled that. It's just going to slay that model. And that's it. Oh, okay.
3 attacks on the Praetorians.
Praetorians, come on, survive. Gets his hits. Gets his wounds.
D3 mortal wounds as well.
Oh, with the sword. That's a 3, that's fine. So that's him gone. And a wound on another.
3 saves.
And 3 saves at AP minus... Oh, 4. Not 4. Damage.
3.
Oh, I hate Gilliman. Yep, he's gone. Gilliman has slain all of those. 1 Wraith remains, but the rest have been brought down. It's cost a lot of command points, but it's worth it if it's going to push you on towards victory here. We no longer defend objective number 1 because Mitch has 2 models. We just have the 1. That was close enough finish, but Necrons have been decimated here by the Primarch's attack. Right, so turn's finished here. That can be removed. That's morale For him, Wraiths will pass them around, no problem. So everything's resolved on the table. Cards traded in. Supremacy, Mitch rolled just a 1 for that D3 for controlling objective markers, 3 objective markers. Secure objective number 2, a point picked up there as well. And he's going to keep secure objective number 3. Chance he may well go after that one on a future turn. Ultramarines have edge-to-head, not edge-to-head, they're ahead by 3 or so points. So Necrons taking heavy damage and they're behind in points now. We'll end the turn here. We're going to turn 4 for the Necrons. Not quite out of the fight yet, but they're running out of resources and there's not much we have left to try and deal with these horrific dreadnoughts. We're going to turn 4 now for the Necrons. Okay, so movement done for the Necrons. Cards drawn. We dumped 2 that were drawn and then took secure objective number 2. Or secure objective number 1, very unlikely. So we've departed from that area. Overwhelming firepower is the other card, so destroy something this turn if we can. Pulled out a close combat here with the Wraith, but allowed to charge with its special rules. Tamraz moved ahead. Going to try and take on this Dreadnought here. Jumped across with the Ghost Arc and then pull back here with the Warlord just tucking behind here. I think his duty finished now that all the Immortals Necron warriors in that area are gone. This squad around here has shifted ahead as going after the Terminator. Can try and put a volley into him. Cryptek just behind. So that's movement done for the Necrons. We'll keep going. We'll not give up yet. But we're desperate to try and pick up points and cause as much damage as possible against the Ultramarines. But it's an uphill task here. This game has swung backwards and forwards. Perhaps Ultramarines keeping ahead throughout the game, but Necron's always there, posing a danger. But it looks like the game's beginning to slip away from them at this stage. But they'll doggedly fight on. These machines programmed for annihilation here will press on with their firepower next. All right, so shooting phase complete. A lot of rapid fire shots almost took out the Terminator here. 4 wounds taken, 1 wound remains. That's on the Terminator captain. Across here, a couple of wounds taken. That was rapid fire. 2 Gauze flare arrays firing through. So the Dreadnought's down to 10 wounds left. I don't think we'll be able to destroy him with Tamra, but I think we need to charge it. And if we charge you, can you shoot? Pull back and shoot?
Who's this with?
Oh, he's Ultramarines, so you can. Yes? Here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we'll charge anyway. Okay, so we're going to charge as an Overwatch for the Ultramarines next. All right, so charge phase complete. No damage from a grenade being thrown and charged in with the Wraith and charged in here with Temen Ra. So we'll get these 2 combats resolved. Attack with the Wraiths first of all. Both sides have used up all the command points. There's no danger of any interrupts taking place. So 3s, they've all hit. Come on, get 3s to wound. 2 wounds come through. AP -2.
Where's this?
Here, invuln saves.
3 up invulns.
One's got through. Yeah, 2 damage, so one of those is gone. Then we'll fight here with Temen Ra next. 3 attacks needing 2s. And then it's 4s to wound. 1 makes it through. Invuln save.
AP?
-4. Oh, saved. Oh dear, the despair. 0 damage. And now Mitch can fight back.
Oh, and he has struck assault, right? It's Dreadnought.
Yeah.
5 attacks.
5 attacks at strength 7.
They all hit.
Yeah. 3s to wound. Tamra's barge is going to take a hit here.
I don't think it
Yeah, we take a wound. So 1 wound taken. I'm going to try and strike you with lightning, actually. Here's a 4+. No, lightning didn't go off here. That's the relic kicking in with the lightning field. So 1 wound taken, down to 7 wounds left here on Tamra, and then Mitch is going to fight back here. So I'll just put the
2 for being
7 marker on there.
veteran, 1 for sergeant, 1 for shock assault. Get it right.
4 attacks. 5,
4, 1 wound.
3 up. Yes. Okay. And that's it. That marks the end of the turn here for the Necrons. So he just needed to pile in there. And the Dreadnoughts attacked. So that's it. Finished. Secure objective number 1. No. And overwhelming firepower. No. We did not destroy anything this turn. Almost did. Almost took out the Terminator. But no points picked up this turn. Turn 5 now for the Ultramarines. Just a case of seeing the game through here. Keeping the Necrons at bay. Dominating the centre of the table. Mitch should be able to see this through to victory. Their turn 5 coming up next. All right, so movement here. Gilliman's pushed forwards. Remaining in close combat here. Lieutenant pushed forwards. Dreadnoughts are pushed forward just for the cards that have been granted here. So Dreadnought has pulled out of close combat here. This squad's moved across. Terminator with his wounds moving through. We could see a one-man, one-wound left charge with him. And that's movement done. But you could see the Ultramarines dominating the centre of the board here. Multiple objectives, looking very comfortable for them at this stage. Necrons on the fringes, but Mitch about to cut the fringe of the Necrons here. We'll go on to their firepower for the Ultramarines next. Alright, so shooting phase resolved. This thing's been destroyed. It's firepower from this. Damage 2 coming through. Needing them to roll 1s at 4. That's 7 or 8 that made it through from there. So it's because it's AP minus 2. Took us to a 6-up save. We passed 1 and then had to roll a load of 1s. Didn't roll any 1s. 14 damage in total coming through. So destroyed, exploded, but didn't catch anyone in the blast. But Ghost Ark's gone. That's non-going melee. Wounds here at 5 remain across there for the Catacomb Command Barge, and then across who took 3 casualties on the Necron Warriors just behind the hill. We're going to charges and Overwatch now. Guilliman potentially to charge in here. Dreadnoughts, these 2 to charge into Tamra, and then the lone Terminator suicide charge of 1 wound left against the Necron Warriors. Alright, so charges taken place, and we resolve combats as well. So Guilliman charging in, Wraith destroyed very easily, and he's shifted across in this direction, making a consolidation move. That's to help fulfill one of the objectives. Then across here, Tamara took a couple of wounds, didn't kick out any wounds here against the Leviathan, just that strength 7 against toughness 8, struggled to get our wounds. 3 wounds left on him, and then the lone Terminator charged. He was gunned down in the end by Gore's Flayer firepower, but I think the battle's over here. We'll let Mitch trade in his cards here, just to top up the score. But the Necrons, they just don't have the resources here. They've been burnt out here by the Ultramarines. It's looking strong enough across here, but this unit and the Cryptek are not going to be able to take on what's left of this Ultramarine force. So trade those in. What have you scored here, Rich?
March from McCrag, end charge in phase, in enemy deployment.
Yep.
And this one, kill an enemy unit in combat.
It's another 2 points picked up. Yeah, so we're going to concede here with the Necrons. I just don't have the resources to continue on here against the Ultramarines. So well done to Mitch. He's led his force to victory. Heavy casualties infantry-wise, but the Necrons weren't able to deal with those heavy dreadnoughts. And once again, Guilliman, wherever he goes on the battlefield, he dominates play for sure. Get a final score here as this game comes to an end. Yeah, it's just checking my cards here. Defend objective 1 would have been the next card. We're nowhere near that objective. Secure objective 1 was the other card. Overwhelming firepower. Try and destroy something with firepower. So just getting a final score here. 9 points picked up for objectives by the Ultramarines, 5 for the Necrons. Both of us got Linebreaker, and both of us got First Strike. So 11-7 the final score. It's respectable enough for the Necrons, but as mentioned earlier, they struggle to deal with these heavy dreadnoughts. One of the turning points in the game was not bringing him down with the Necron destroyers, and so was able, once he survived, able to hose down pretty much 1 unit every turn. But a desperate fight here, not much left on the board for both sides, but Necrons have been defeated and the Ultramarines have emerged victorious. Big thank you to Mitch Farrington for coming down. Great to see his 30k themed Ultramarine army taking part in our Challenger Scorpion games. We may well see them again in the future, but very enjoyable this fight here. Desperate battle. Tamim Ra will pull out of here and abandon this sector. He'll form a new legion and return to fight again in the near future. But there it is, that's the battle. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Alright, so units of the game. I'm going to give it to the Wraiths for their durability. They took a lot of punishment in this game. It took a long time for them to be removed. And Mitch is going to give it to the Leviathan Dreadnought. It's a valuable resource. And he's already said next time he may bring 2. In which case he'll be banned from the from the channel. Okay, but no, it's a fantastic model. Beautiful model here. And fantastic rules as well. But there it is. That's units of the game for both sides.